So wait, before I start, I have to tell you, I went Friday. I went to a strip bar first. I don't go to a strip bar usually, but I was picking my buddy up at the airport, and if you pick your friend up at the airport, you have to go. And Ebenser, here it goes. I love that nod. Like, is that your wife? He looked at me like Ixnay on the Iditar Arbe. Like, move along. Anyway, this girl there picked me, and I say she picked me because she bent over in front of me. That's how they pick you. She she looked between her legs. Like, there's a pole there. I know you don't go, sir. So there's a pole there, and she was doing butt circles. I don't know what they're really called, but she said, "Hi, where are you from?" I was so embarrassed. I said, "Originally a place that looked just like that." The vagina. She should know. I'm surprised she didn't know. One girl said, Hi, my name's Portia. You want to dance? I was like, how much of the dance is Portia? And she said $25. So I'm like, you have anything in a Kia? I can't afford the Porsche there either. They play all music they think is sexy, like they play Kid Rock and stuff. And I like Kid Rock because I'm from Detroit. I like him because he has millions of dollars and he still looks so shitty. Like, doesn't he look like he should be running the Tilt-A-Whirl somewhere? All right, hold on, fuckers. Ball with the ball, the bang, a dang, diggy. That's a song, ma'am. There's a boogie, and then up jumps a boogie. That's all you need to know. They play Justin Timberlake at the strip, which I don't get him. The girls love him because he's handsome, but he drives me nuts. I'm not a fan. He's so cocky. He has a song. He stops in the middle of it. He tells you, he's like, "I'm gonna have you naked by the end of this song." Like, no, you're not. I'm in my car. I don't go that way. He was the one at the Super Bowl. People forget with Janet Jackson. Remember with the incident with the doody or whatever. It didn't make that sound, but I wish boobs did. That's the only thing that can make them better if they're a musical. Not like an iPod or anything. What if they were like that thing when you were a kid, like na-ning, 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 na-ning. You'd be surprised every time, like you're 5. Oh! Do it again! My music's not cool anymore. That's what happens when you get my music's not cool. They played that. Who's that? Katy Perry. I don't like her. With that song where she compares your fireworks. She says, "Oh, that's nice." She calls her husband, "You're a firework." That's nice. You want that, sir? I don't want that. Oh, this is my boyfriend. He's like a firework. He could accidentally go off in my hand at any time. Anyway. Oops, he did it again. My music's not cool, guys. I'm 57. My music sucks. I still listen to Guns N' Roses, stuff like that. I love that. I love Axl Rose. He's so high all the time, he didn't even know the song was over. The music ends, he's like, yeah. Even the other guys are like, dude, it's over. My favorite guy is Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, because he makes shit up. In the song, dude looks like a lady for no reason at all. At the end of the song, he's like, yo, go. That's a good job. If you can do that at work, that's a good job. I say let that be a test. You want to find out if you have a good job. Do that at your work. See how it goes. Where do you work, sir? What do you do? What do you? Oh, say you're at the wholesale and you're selling something whole. I don't know shit about it. And then one of the wholesale purchasers comes over and says, "Oh, maybe I won't. Maybe I'm not gonna buy this." You grab him, you go, "Yeah, like you could do it. If you're in the wholesale, you could do it." Here's my point. I have a point. There are some jobs you can make that sound at you would not think you could. If you're a mortician, you can do it. I'm not being a dick. You have to wait for the right funeral, obviously. You're at the Al Qaeda funeral. I don't know where they're at. They're hiding. You walk in, you're like, yo, go! They would join in there. They make that dumbass sound. They make that sound. I know, if I'm at a funeral and they start that shit, I would laugh. I don't even give a shit. I would be like, dude, quit it. Quit being a dick. I shouldn't make fun. That's not nice. Our soldiers are over there. They're so tough, it's amazing. There's bunker buster bombs and car bombs, and our guys keep going to work. Are you that tough? Ask yourself. They dropped a big-ass bomb next door, you'd be like, oh, better get to work. Gotta go do some wholesaling. Me either. I'm from Michigan. I take off snow days. Like, I don't know. You guys are all probably snowbirds if you're down here, but we have days. Our weathermen are so screwed up there. Are your weathermen right down here? No. And they're allowed to change shit. They could say it's 10 degrees up north, but with the wind chill factor, it's 1 below. Here they say it's 80 degrees, but with the heat index, it's 91. You can't just change shit. It would be awesome if I was married before. My ex-wife was very pretty. My friends won't let it go. They're like, why'd you split up with her? She was so hot looking, she was a 10. She was a 10, but with the mother-in-law index, she was a 2. You can't just change shit. It would be awesome if you utilize it, use it to your advantage. Like, I don't want to keep fucking you, sir. What time do you start work, sir? What time do you start? What time do you start work? 10 a.m. What's your name? Adam, good to meet you. Say, for example, you start at 10, Adam, now it's 12. And your boss calls and says, Adam, dude, it's 12. Where the hell are you? You say, look, it might be 12 o'clock there. With the hangover factor, it's still 6 a.m. here. You go, yeah, where can you go? And hang up on me. I don't just hate the weather, I hate all the news. I'm sick to death of how dumb they treat us. I hate when they say, there's a killer in your neighborhood. Tune in at 11. I'm always like, what if he kills me at 10? Today on the news, I promised myself I wanted to remember to say this. They said, after this commercial break, please come back. We're going to give you 10 quick questions to find out if you have ADD, attention deficit disorder. I was sitting there, I thought, I would love to take that test, but I started flipping the channels. Half hour later, I was like, shit! Like it turns out I had it. What if you put it back on there waiting for you? They're like, you have it. That was a test. I know, you sons of bitches. I made fun of waking up hungover, and I quit drinking. I quit completely. I know Valerie talked about drinking and driving, but I got caught drinking and driving, and because I'm allergic to alcohol. Every time I would drink, I would break out in handcuffs, and you can't scratch those off. When I got pulled over, I heard the sound where you could hear the lights saying what color they are. That's how drunk I was. Yeah, when you get pulled over, it goes blue. When you get I was like, what's saying blue? I was whispering because I didn't want to shake my uvula. That's how I would puke. I was that drunk. I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, I think it's a cop. I think he's pulling me over, but I'm like, maybe it's not for me. So I drove like an extra block, and I tried everything. I'm like, go around. Like, it's all clear, sir. Then I did this dumb thing where I rationalized. I thought maybe it's not even a cop. Maybe it's an ambulance. Ambulances sound different, though. They sound like the person that's in an ambulance. You know, because the ambulance goes, ow, ow, because it hurts. It would suck to get pulled over in London, because in Europe, the sirens make fun of you first. They're like, nah, 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 nah. The best siren of all is fire trucks. Fire trucks are cool because they're like, houses. Burn, burn. They say burn, burn. They say burn, burn. That's fun. Up in the Middle East, the sirens are like, not even a real siren, just some guy taped to the top of a Volkswagen or something. My name is El Siren. He would have a flashlight. I was making the light, Adam. I went through all the tests. I did all the stuff with the cop, and lady cop. She comes up to me with handcuffs. She's an attractive lady cop walking towards me with handcuffs. I had a couple drinks. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, come here, I'm gonna get you! And I was chasing. I was just trying to tickle her, and that's when the nightstick came out. And I was like, because I don't think she used it right. The judge was a woman, and she hated me. One thing I've done my whole life, maybe some of you are like this, whenever I'm nervous, I try to be funny, and there's no place for that in court. The judge was very stern, and she said, Mr. Green, somebody's hit by a drunk driver every minute in this country. And I was like, we better find out who this guy is. She said 40% of all traffic accidents are caused by drunk drivers, and I was like, well then 60% is by sober people. You have better odds of making it home drunk. That's called contempt of court. I'm gonna tell you the worst part about, like, I never pictured myself winding up in jail. Like, that's not me, but I did. I had to stay for 5 days. Here's the worst part. You guys have dogs? You have dogs? You ever catch your dog, like, going to the bathroom? Like, number 2? Like, there's this weird dynamic. They know you're there, but won't look you in the eye. It's really uncomfortable. It's really weird. Like this. This will make sense in a minute, I promise. So that being said, I never went to jail before. The guard takes me to my cell. Well, as my luck would have it, my cellmate was pooping, and I never met anybody where they were pooping. What do you say at that point in your life? Because I was like, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Because that's what you say. I think that's what you say. There was one. Thank you, sir. Try to keep up, though. So I'm dating now, 57 and dating. What a weird thing that is. And my girlfriend's too hot for me, and that sucks. Like when we're in public, people look back and forth. And I know they're thinking he's either rich or well endowed. I'm here on a Tuesday, so you do. Yeah, she's too hot. I mentioned how old I am, and my favorite thing about being older is that sex doesn't matter. Sex doesn't matter. Sex used to, as a guy, sex matters. When you're young, I would do stuff. When I was married, I would do stuff like my wife would say, honey, take out the garbage. I would say, you betcha. Let me get that garbage out. Who knows? You know. Nice. I remember one time I did extra stuff. I took out the garbage, then I noticed the wood chips had gotten washed out of the flower bed. So I fixed them up. I fluffed them. I even grabbed some extra wood chips out of the garage, added them in, fluffed them up. Then I realized they had washed out because the gutter was full. So I got a ladder, cleaned out the gutter. I went in and told her, I'm like, hey, honey, not only did I take out the garbage, I also fluffed up the flower bed and cleaned out the gutters, thinking, maybe I'll get laid. I say that because I say that to say, now I don't care. I don't. The other day, my girlfriend was going upstairs. She said, boy, honey, this handrail's a little loose going up the stairs. I told her, be careful. Because I don't give a shit. I might even flip it on her. I'll flip it on her. She'd be like, you want to mess around? I go, I don't know, make some cookies and we could talk about it, but there's no guarantees. There's seriously no guarantees. My ex-wife and I have a little boy together. Man, I had no idea what that entailed, having kids. She got this book, I remember, called What to Expect When You're Expecting. That's a scary-ass book. It's, written by Stephen King. In the sixth sentence, sixth chapter, sixth paragraph, this is a direct quote. It said, in the third trimester, you could expect some additional hormonal changes that may result in mood swings. Well, when I read that, I thought that doesn't sound too bad. Let me tell you what that means in real life. For 3 months, she was mad at me for everything I had ever said or even planned to say. And all of that being said, I'm going to tell a story. At the time I was working in Chicago. I live in Michigan, like right there. Which I know that's dumb. Like we have I don't know. I wonder if people from Italy go, I live right here. Without eating. Or some old guy in Florida, come here, I'll show you the keys. Oh my God, Grandpa's got his map out again. That's so cool. And he's so old, it only goes to Sarasota now. Anyway, because I drove home all night. I got home at 5:30 in the morning. I want to preface this part of the story by saying ordinarily my ex-wife was not mean, but she was in the middle of a hormonal mood swing, and I didn't know. I fell asleep at 5:30 while I was sleeping. She got up and started to get ready for her day, and then I found out something very important about being married, and that's this. You don't even have to be awake for your wife to get mad at you. Did you know that? And by 6:15, she had had enough of my shit. That's right. She decided she was gonna wake me up and tell me what a dick I was being. I don't even care that she woke me up. It was how she woke me up. She woke me up by poking me in the head. Not tapping me either, friggin' poking me. I look up at her, she's visibly upset and shaking, and she looked like she might even start to cry. So right away in my head, I'm like, dude, don't laugh, you know. With her finger in my face, she said, how do you want your eggs, you son of a bitch? And I never heard her cuss, so I was freaked out. I'm like, later, crabby ass. Which that's the wrong answer, but that's 30 times better than my first thought. I filtered my first thought. I didn't even say my first thought. When she said, how do you want your eggs? I thought, apparently unfertilized. But I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say it. She ran across the house and she locked herself in the bathroom, and I knocked on the door to see if I could help her. And I could hear her in there. She's like, red rum, red rum. Danny isn't here, Mrs. Torrance. Red rum. I'm gonna digress for a minute. Let me digress. She was mad at me because she lost her mascara. That was what set her off. It had rolled off the counter in the bathroom into the garbage. We later found out, apparently, while I was in Chicago, I was in charge of the mascara, and no one had told me. But now, I'm helping her look for it. I don't have the nerve to tell her I don't know what mascara is. Oh, there's no way I'm telling her that in the state she's in, because she would be like, nothing I have matters to you, and everything that's important to me isn't important to you, and why don't we have more in common? I don't want to wake up in the basement with her standing over me going, it puts a lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. That's where I'm Silence of the Lambs. So instead, I decided I'm going to look for the mascara, pretend I know what it is, and hope she finds it. 20 minutes into looking, I saw what I thought was the mascara. It was not. It was I go, here it is. But it was the clippy eye thing. Dude, with the... Yeah, but eyelash, correct. What does that do? What is it? No, I get that. It's called an eyelash curler. Let me rephrase my question. What does having curly eyelashes do? It doesn't do shit. She got mad. She said, it makes my eyelash look longer. You're just stupid. I said the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, so in order to make them look longer, you would need an eyelash straightener. Maybe you're not so sharp yourself. I told you we're divorced. Like it didn't happen by accident one night. I honestly feel like I speak for all the men here when I say this next part. Ladies, we love you, honest, all of you. And we want to care about stuff like that. The curly eyelashes. But we don't. And I'm not being a dick. I'm not the only guy that feels that way, I promise. Like, what is your name, sir? What's your name? Doug, good to meet you. How old of a guy are you? Do you mind saying? 68. You look good. 68? What, you sleep in Tupperware? You look good. She get the burp? Yeah. In 68 years, in order to prove a point, have you ever heard another guy say to you, or around you, or in the same room as you ever have him go, dude, Doug, look at that woman who just walked in. Man, she has a great figure and a pretty face. Oh, wait, dude, I wouldn't do her. Look how straight her eyelashes are. Did you ever? No, because we don't care. I was single so long, if the woman was hot enough, I would have did her if she didn't have eyelashes. That's right. Yeah, and then brag about it to my friends. I'd be like, dude, it was weird when she blinked, but other than that, she was hot. My favorite differences between men and women are that women, and everybody, all comedians talk about them, but I love how women will go to the bathroom. On a night like tonight, if a lady had to go to the bathroom, you could say, Betty, Patty, let's go pee. And 6 women maybe, all the women at the table could all go pee at the same time. That's so nice. Think of that. That's a very sweet thing. I always picture that they're holding each other up so their butts don't touch. You know, like in my head, I think, like, if my ass touches, I'll kill you, bitch. Like. I had a woman tell me that you could talk to a stranger in the bathroom. The lady could say, hello, hi, just some toilet paper. She would say, here you are. If you need more, you just say so. You ever try that, sir? In the men's, John? You ever try that? Hey, buddy! Fuck off. That's all you're gonna hear. That's all you hear. That's how we invented the muscle shirt. We had to rip off the sleeves. That's true. Clewiston, Florida. That's where I started, in Clewiston. As men, we cannot bring a friend. We cannot talk to a stranger. We can't even look around. Do you know this, ladies? When we go in the bathroom, we pretend we have imaginary neck brace on. Because everybody knows, you accidentally see a wiener, you're gay for the whole day. That whole day. Yeah, you question your own manhood. Maybe I wanted to see it, I don't know. Maybe I gotta go home and bake a quiche. So I have 3 kids, and my real goal in life, honest, is to, I just want to be a better dad than my dad. Like my dad, not that my dad was a bad dad, but like my dad took me gambling when I was 8. Like he took me gambling. And I remember he came and got me out of school. I swear to you, and he told the teacher, oh, he's got a dentist appointment. And then he took me to the track, and he said, I remember him saying, don't tell mommy that we're going to the horsey zoo. That's what he told me, the horsey zoo. And I was like, why do all the animals have numbers on them? And he told me inventory. That's what he told me. That sounds horrible to expose your 8-year-old to gambling, but I knew odds before I knew fractions, so it worked out in the long run. I remember sitting in math class and my teacher wrote a ratio on the board, like 9/2, and she's like, what could you tell me about this? And I'm like, I don't know, but it pays $11. Like, I knew shit. I knew shit. I had a suppressed memory a while back, and I don't know if it's suppressed or repressed, but I had it. I had this thing that occurred to me that my parents used to do it during the daytime when we were kids, but I blanked it out, you know? And I remember, because they would say, hey guys, we're gonna go pay the bills. That's what they would say. And they went in the room, and me being 8, I was listening at the door thinking, shit, we're gonna lose our house. Like, I thought my mom was crying. And that's not even the funny part. It's how I thought of it. I was going upstairs with my wife, and my daughter was still awake, and she was suspicious. She goes, I promised myself I was never doing that to my kids. She said, where are you going, Daddy? And I said, I'm going to tuck Mommy in. Which I did. I tucked the hell out of her that night. I gave her a good tucking, and then I remember when I went downstairs, my daughter's like, what took so long? And I'm like, Daddy's a bad mother tucker. Now shut your mouth. That's from Shaft. That's why I said that. That's from Shaft. I wanted to talk about a bunch of stuff that happened here while I've been here, and I went to a restaurant. Today. I'm not going to say the name because I'm going to make fun of them, but I grabbed fries, a Coke, and a Whopper, and I said to the kid, I said to him, I said, could I have some ketchup with that? And he goes, we're out of ketchup, but we will have some tomorrow. That's what I thought. So I sit down, and I start eating my Whopper, and there's ketchup on it. So now I can't let stuff like that go. Like I had, so I'm like, so I went up and I spread my buns. I said, dude, shut up. What are you, 6? I lit my hamburger. I said, dude, you said there's no ketchup. There's clearly ketchup on my hamburger. And he looked at me like I was the dumb one. And he said, I'm sorry, sir. That's hamburger ketchup. So it's nice to be here. There's dumb people everywhere. You don't have to look far. You don't have to look. I went to the Apple store. They should be smart there, right? I get the new iPhone 14 Plus Max X, whatever the hell it's called. And I said, you have it? And the lady goes, we're all out of those. Those are selling like hotcakes. And I'm like, who says that? And that's not even a thing anymore. When was the last time you went for breakfast and you said, I'll have the hotcakes? They're like, shit, we're all out of those. Those are selling like the new iPhone 14X Plus Maxes. I'm going to talk about this, and I went to the store for the product. You're married guy? Yeah. How long you been married? 45? Congratulations. That's wonderful. That's awesome. God bless you. Hang on. Is this her? That's her? Did he go for the product? You ever been down the store for the stuff? Rhymes with pam-pam. That seems like an easy joke, and I know a lot of comedians talk about this, so I'm going to try to handle it as delicately as possible, but I went for the stuff. One time I was in West Virginia, I'm thinking I said rhymes with pam-pam, and a girl in front said coupon. I swear that's true. We should make a secret code so that from now on, if you have to go to the store for the stuff, you don't have to say what you're there for. If you could walk to the cash register and say, excuse me, sir, but the eagle has landed. They would get it for you, put it in your cart, come back and go, the blind man walks alone. And that could work for women too. If women had to buy condoms, you say the one-eyed Jack is wild. And they would be like, I am the Eggman, cuckoo cuckoo. Last thing, I'm gonna tell you this and then I'm gonna go. I hope I'm not alone on this because I'm ending on it. So pretend like you know what I'm talking about if you don't. I know, I got a bag of peanut M&Ms today out of the vending machine at the hotel. Ordinarily delicious, right? Peanut M&Ms, delicious. $2.50. That's the first part of the story. That's a lot. That's a lot. Halfway through the bag, I got like this yucky. You ever get that yucky like cucka? Like I don't know, it's like a cucka nut, like a yucky. Like a cucka nut, like a yuck. All right, I don't want that in my mouth. Don't they have a test at the M&M factory because I'm not playing shit nut roulette for a half hour and eating the rest of the bag. And they never show that guy in the commercials, do they? They always show the shiny, handsome, well-formed M&Ms. Like they don't. Hi, I'm Cucka Shit Nut. I will melt in your mouth right now. That's why I have this W on my shirt. Sir, it's an M. He's looking down. Thank you so much, you guys. Thanks.